Hello, everyone. Welcome to the chaos that is Rep RPG, and specifically when my little gang of misfits gets together for Blood in the Bayou, Rep RPG's Vampire the 5e. Vampire the 5e Masquerade Edition.
Blood in the Vampire, Bayou the
Blood in the
Masquerade.
Bayou. Yeah.
Blood in the Five.
5th edition.
Buy in the bites, buy the pins on the merch store.
We're professionals. And Penny.
And Penny. Knock, 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 Penny.
I need my character.
That derailed everything that I had in mind, so
You're welcome, I guess.
yeah, no, my words don't work. So Pixie, tell us what
Right.
Rep RPG does
No.
and what do we do?
I'm not prepared. It's been like a month.
Okay, here on Rep RPG you can find a variety of shows, mostly tabletop, some Diablo, and
Don't say it at all.
and it's some what Diablo?
Diablo.
Diablo.
Terror.
And maybe a conjunction of the two later on.
Actually, yes, that is. If you haven't, Cody really wants to get a limited run Diablo. Yep, Meg is on the
Diablo
journey.
inspired, yeah.
Did you already roll your character? Is that what that was? The other day?
No.
Oh, okay. You were just
No.
Maybe a Twisting Blades road.
just filling us with fear. Anytime one of our regular cast members rolls a new character in the Discord, the panic of what? Why? Like,
Why you do that? Why?
who's dying?
Why you need that number? Why you need that number?
Why, ma'am? Why?
What?
Speaking of Diablo and chaos, because I'm gonna say it. So, the first season of Diablo starts on the 20th, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I, unfortunately, as my two personalities are going to collide and I have to find a way to live in the Venn diagram center, Neopets is relaunching on the 20th as well.
Oh no.
So, I
What
know!
is?
Neopets.com!
Pixie's content for the next 45 years.
Oh my God! They made this week for
That's-
you.
I
Amazing.
know! I know! I'm going to be
I'm perfectly
streaming
normal about this.
both of them. What day of the week is the 20th? It's in 2
At
days.
the same
Thursday.
time.
It's Thursday. Someone give me a shout out. Matthew, go.
I'm
and
on it.
I'm gonna be doing some fucking streaming, not of Diablo, because my computer can't handle streaming Diablo, but Neopets, and then I'm gonna go murder things in Diablo with Sway and Matthew and Meg and Cody and whoever later.
While talking about Neo.
While gushing about the updates to Neopets and judging if it is still worth my time or not.
I just need to know if the omelet is still gonna be there.
Of course it is. We would
I
all
fucking
riot.
hope
We would
so.
all riot. What I hope is what I miss and long for with my entire everything that I am. Essence, is the old Flash games. And for us to
Valid.
find a way for that to exist again in a post-Flash world. Because that's when it went downhill. Was when we lost all the Flash games. Because when I tell you the free games on that goddamn site, the quality of some of them was, people wouldn't believe me, and now I can't find any of them. They're all in the game graveyard and like unplayable now. And I'm like, but the surfing one where you were river surfing and it was really complicated and I loved it. Anyway, I have a lot of feelings about it. I'll be doing that on Thursday.
Well, what else do you do, Pixie? We'll start intros with you.
I'm making dice. And one of them
Chunky boy.
One of them you can make into a lamp. We're
Yeah.
hoping,
Super cool.
Yeah, I have pre-orders up for either a normal chunk version of this or it won't be two separate pieces. It'll be an actual singular lamp piece. This is just for display purposes. On lay site, here's the pitiful plea, and then we'll move about with our day. Cody and I had not only a personal vehicle emergency right before we left town, but then we left town for a week for my brother's wedding, which not only cost us every single cent we have to the point where I'm in the negative and he can't afford lunch tomorrow, but also, it lost me a week of work, because I care about my family. So if you have friends who want to buy dice, please send them our way so I can make up and pay rent. That's what I got today, is true, genuine transparency of the fuck. So, that's what I got.
Support your small businesses
Please
and your
don't.
small streamer businesses
Please.
and your small streamers' businesses.
Please. That's what I got today.
All right, Matthew.
Hi. I'm Matthew, and I'm playing Jace, the angel of a Tremere. And I'm here on Rep RPG. That's it. You
Satan.
can check it out on our Discord, and you'll see when things happen. And I'll maybe be there. So
Let's see. We're just gonna go. I just keep bouncing back and forth. Kat, who are you?
Hi, I'm Kat, or Hecate, whichever one you want to call me. Both are cool. I'm here tonight, on this night of all night, the stormy night, to play Vampire, to play Elizabeth, Liz. She is the Scourge of New Orleans, doing her best, taking names, getting way too much responsibility for being here for less than a year, and being great and awesome. And she's great. Just know that. Just know she's great and does nothing wrong and has no nefarious purposes whatsoever. I also stream on Indigo Chameleon on Sunday nights and Monday nights, where I run my own Vampire the Masquerade game. It's great. It's fun. We just got a new character because our dear Atticus disappeared into the night with his girlfriend, fade to black. And now we have.
I thought you legitimately meant Billy for a second because I know he's in New York, and I was like, wait, what?
He just left.
He's
gone
left.
forever.
It's his
He's
channel.
gone forever.
Panic.
No, he's now playing a Russian Bruja. And if you like accents, dear God, log in on Monday. Anyway, and we also stream D&D on Sunday, where this week I'm getting married to Strahd, so tune in, because that's fun. We're having a wedding. It's great.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Just a black wedding in Barovia.
The black
Meg,
as you should.
who are you? What do you do?
Hello, I'm Meg, and I'm playing Jem, the Malkavian, who is messed up hard and long. Well, if no one else is doing something wrong, it's gotta be me, right? So, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for taking that burden for us.
Hey, listen. You're welcome. And, because I'd do it again. 10 out of 10 would do again. I don't do anything. I'm just here. On Fridays, I'm here for the Ultentia
Yes.
game.
Which is so much fun. I'm so happy Norda's back. Oh my
So much
god.
fun. Norda's one of my favorites, and I'm playing a class that Cody made. If you get a chance to look at it, it is busted and the most beautiful thing in the world. The Lunar Kiss class, it's literally poetry in motion. I'm such a huge fan. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to watch you play that too, because I'm like, because it's a new class. It's just third party is great, you guys.
Third party is great, and the versatility of it, like you could, if you need a healer, she can heal. She can do all different kinds of elemental damage, or just do support. She can tank. I love it. I love it.
It's
And
so
Pixie,
good.
who
And
you gonna play?
she is also just like the variety of her is so good. And like Norda as a character that you built around her, because I played with Norda when she was a player in Disasters in Danger, so did Matthew. This is a familiar character to us, come back to the table, and the Lunar Kiss was a character in that game as well, like one of the NPCs. So imagining how she got from point A to point B is fun for me, and I'd like to see the story written out. I'm sure you can do.
What happened?
What had happened? I would love to see the training montage between her and Hal when she bullies him into taking her under his wing.
We didn't have a choice.
This is a man who once put her through the pavement of the fucking courtyard.
Not
so like
me.
but Meg's
Not
character,
Norda.
not Norda, but Meg's character. Anyway,
Thank you.
I am playing a Starfallen, which is my homebrew race from my book series and my upcoming Mapweaver TTRPG. What?
What are you playing for this one?
He asked. I thought it was in Altensia.
Oh, I
We were
thought
talking
it was
about
for
Altensia,
tonight.
so I thought he asked what I was playing in Altensia. Sorry.
I don't know what's going on.
She is playing a Starfallen in Altentia though,
I'm Siren.
and it's her created race
No, I'm-
in class, and it's
I'm
amazing.
Siren, a goddamn fucking disaster in and out of game. Thank you so much for being here, folks.
So who wants to go first? Because Pixie just muted, so it doesn't sound like Pixie wants to go first.
I just went.
Okay. Well, I was talking about getting
In the
into
For the scenes for
Hello,
in-game.
I am Sway. On my channel, we're doing horror games and spooky cozy games. And tonight, I will be your storyteller for this chaotic wonderland of New Orleans. Last time when we left off, everybody had some things they wanted to do. They had just ghouled Corey Brown and delegates and assistants. Some people walked away with some unplanned ghouls. Just like, this guy seems cool. I want your money.
I would also like to point out that we did this in the most in-character, in-clan fashion in the world, with me seducing my way into this, just subtly ghouling this man, Kat beating someone over the head and forcing them to be ghouled, and Matthew just commanding it with blood magic shit. And honestly, I think that's spot fucking on.
And Jem was somewhere else just vibing to some, like, elevator music.
And also,
Man,
I would like to point
she was
out,
making so many drinks.
Siren used Jem's fucking drink. I better not hear a goddamn word about none of. I did it. I did it right.
I did not.
I know.
Me neither.
But Siren and Jem are often like this, and Siren used her goddamn drink. I used the plan.
Yes, Jem.
On record, in stone.
So,
fine.
the ball, the
Totally
charity
normal.
ball, where ghouling happens. Liz gets 3 dots of resources for the charity, or for your endeavors going forward. Jem got a dot in resources from tips. So, it's been a few days, but for most of you. However, Siren wanted to have a talk soon after.
I also thought that Liz was going right after.
Was it Liz that was going right after?
Yes.
I am, but
Yeah.
also
Okay, we'll start with Liz then.
Start with Siren.
I can start. That's fine. Do your thing.
Okay, that's fine.
So yes, no.
So when do you want to
more
meet
than
with
just
him?
one of us who was going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does find him because we did tell the ghouls to shut the fuck up and be cool.
Mhm.
And 2 of them were kind of given I believe a rundown of, you're gonna go to ghoul school. It's not right now though. We'll deal with it later. But she is going to at what point normally in these sorts of events, because we would have done the research, would the guest of honor like Corey leave? Would he stay till the end of the night at cleanup, or would he leave early to avoid the crowds? Like, what's traditional?
Here locally, it's kind of a wait until the end if you're like a guest of honor, because if you agree to be going guest of honor, you're kind of doing host duties as well, like
Exactly.
informal host duties,
Okay.
and you just kind of stay until everybody else is gone.
Perfect. Then once everyone else is gone, she is going to, except for, I mean, obviously if the vamps are still around, that is okay. She is going to, so, I'm assuming, as I mentioned, that you do have questions, and we can either discuss them here, or in the comfort of your own home, where you can drink whatever brandy you like, and rest assured that you'll be left there safely, instead of haunted by the thought of all these questions on your way home.
I mean, there's a lot of questions. One, that house thing. It kind of answers if I invite you now, does that invitation extend?
Do we
Is there a time frame?
We don't have that, do we?
No.
Good, just
You
making
some
sure.
can, I
people
think.
do, but not us.
No,
You
no,
can.
no,
Yeah,
no,
you
no,
can.
no.
You can have a bane
Exactly.
that is that, but
But
none of you have chosen
Not
that
us.
particular
She-
piece of shit.
I'm gonna roll something really fast to try to figure out.
Just laugh in his face.
No. Okay.
Just
okay.
put him in his place.
That's your way. That's not mine yet. You have to really piss me off for me to be that with you. And then I'll be worse than you are to fucking Oliver. Like, none of you have seen that. Don't. She hated this version of herself where she had to host and, like, be rude, remember? She didn't like the uptight version of herself. She says, I think we ought to do it there. It feels like there's a little more to catch you up on regarding rumor versus actual tradition. I'll be allowed in no matter what.
I mean, allowed versus being able to stop you is two different things. And he takes one of his business cards out and he writes an address on the back of it and hands it to you.
She doesn't even look at it. She just tucks it in her bra because she knows where he lives already. Yeah.
You do, but he didn't know you do.
Mm-hmm. Now he does. She says, all right, let me put it this way. Do you often have lady friends over to your house?
Make a habit of not doing that.
Excellent. In that case, I will not tarnish your reputation, and I will meet you there shortly. Surreptitiously, quietly, subtly. They won't know I'm coming.
Who's they?
Anyone happens to be watching?
Seems like there's always people watching.
Exactly.
All right. Well, it looks like pretty much everybody's gone that I need to shake hands with, so I'll be heading out the door then.
And home.
Then home.
I will see you there shortly.
He starts walking out.
She's going to attempt to follow him, but celerity-wise and from like the rooftops.
Okay.
She's going to attempt to make sure that he actually doesn't talk to anyone in between here and his car.
Okay.
If he doesn't have his own private driver, she would have arranged for one of her people to be his driver. For the night.
Okay,
like,
well,
here's your car, and it's Hammy.
It's not so much that. Did either of you two have specific commands for your ghouls on where to go that night?
I told both of mine to that I would text them and to just not talk about it until I texted them.
Okay. So Siren sees outside. Corey meets up with the two other new ghouls of his little mini ghoul coterie now. And they just kind of nod to each other, and then they get in a car and start driving towards, at least in the direction of.
Excellent. She will, like I said, she will follow. What?
Nothing.
What?
It was me.
What did you do in the
A
group?
ghoul coterie. A goaterie, if you will.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was like, my head started saying it before I actually finished the word the coterie.
Yeah.
I love us. Anyway, so yeah, she will follow. But once it's clear that they're actually do the two get out at all? Does he drop them off, or is he taking them to the house?
He's taking them to the house.
Excellent. When it becomes clear as they're pulling up to his neighborhood and everything that that's where they're going, can I try to beat him inside?
Yeah.
I would like to pull, in Atlantis, where it's Milo James Thatch, and she's waiting for him inside. I want to do that. Please.
Roll me a stealth check.
Yeah. I deserve it, guys.
Can be her.
Be her. Exactly.
Yep.
That's who I should have picked as my face claim for for Charlotte Jones, but it's fine. Cool. Stealth.
Yeah, this roll is for outside, before they start driving.
Is it a what stealth? Deck stealth?
Yeah, deck stealth.
Thank you. Nope, that's not the right number. There we go. 4 successes, possible messy crit.
Okay.
I only had 4 dice.
You were able to, before he was able to walk out, you were able to get outside, get on top of the building, watch him exit. And for you, it seemed like it took forever for him to come out. And then you watch them get in the car and drive away. Stealth check for on the way. As you're doing that, go ahead and roll me another deck stealth for on the way to see if they catch glimpses as they're being paranoid.
Also, 4 successes,
2 of them.
no crit.
No issues. You're able to get to the house and you're waiting for them to drive up. Roll
Again,
me
can I make my way inside somewhere, a window or something?
Yeah. Well, are you gonna wait for them at the house, or are you just gonna actually hop down and follow them as they go?
I'm gonna wait for them in the house. Like I said, I would like to scare the ever-loving shit out of them when they walk in.
Roll me. You have breaking
I
and
can be
entering
a
skills.
little. I can be a little evil. It's fine. I
What
sometimes
is-
I have some.
What is your break?
As a treat, be a little evil.
Exactly. I'm checking. I have streetwise is what I have.
What's your-
Streetwise
what's your
and
feeding
stealth?
type?
Yeah. So my feeding type is brood of bastards. I'm not breaking and entering. That's like a.
No,
that's
that
a
one's gem.
thing. Yeah.
Gem. Gem, what is the rolls for breaking and entering on your feeding type?
Hold, please.
Hold for show. I will sing my own theme song the whole time, Ghosty. Whether I'm rolling bad or not, she's just got it going. I'm a daughter of cacophony. I can't help it. A little breaking and entering, as a treat.
Where the fuck is it?
A
I know
little.
it gave you like a. It's okay. Roll me, Siren. Roll me to see if you can. You're going to get in. It's not
Yeah,
how
it's
much.
just about how. Yeah.
How easily do you get in? Roll me a dexterity larceny.
Okay.
I don't know what you would usually roll for this, but larceny sounds
Alright,
good.
feels right. 4 successes.
4
The
successes.
fuck?
Okay.
I hit roll, right? Yes. Okay. Cool. Great.
Okay. 4 successes. You are quick enough that you search the entire house from the outside. Every door is locked. But with celerity, that doesn't really cut down on your time. And you actually climb up to the second floor, and the windows are unlocked because
Cool.
it's too high for a ladder, really. So nobody's going to climb up that way, except vampires in New Orleans. And you're able to get inside the house. You feel like you did it quick enough if you wanted to take a quick look around before they got here.
I would like to.
Or go pour yourself a glass of wine.
I would like to pour all of us drinks.
Okay.
If I happen to know from our research, and I'll roll research if I need to, all of their favorite drinks, I would like to do that because I'm extra.
Okay. Well, it's not how much research you would know his drink. That's
Yeah,
fine.
definitely
He's
his.
also not extremely picky. He doesn't really have a favorite alcoholic beverage.
Cool.
Now, the two of you, would you have done enough research for your ghouls to know what their special drink or
But if
their
I
favorite
text
drink
them,
If you text me, Jace is gonna text back martini. Is that accurate? Fuck if I know.
but
He's just gonna say
she'll
martini.
pretend.
Can
Gem. Yes.
can I have paid attention to what they were ordering at the
Yeah.
gala?
Ooh.
Fuck
They,
yes.
they all order the house drinks
Ooh.
that you made.
Well,
They only had the
should've.
one drink.
Mm-hmm.
They were good drinks,
Seven.
apparently.
Well,
Down.
they definitely
Because
like
he's the
vodka.
only one that was. Well, no, they went back to the bar, but they got the house drinks.
They like vodka.
Okay.
Odds. Okay.
If you text me, you get a text back. Beer? I don't know. He's a guy.
She goes, super nuanced take. Love it. Like. Also, has anyone seen The Creepy Accountant? The fuck was his name? The guy
Jerry?
who- God.
Jerry?
Like, yes. Have we seen
No.
Jeremy?
No,
Jerry
you
left.
won't
Jerry,
see him
okay,
until
Jerry.
it's
Was
too
I
late.
supposed to watch
No, it's too late. No, I just didn't know if anyone clocked him leaving, and I was real focused on other shit.
No, he doesn't
alright.
want us to see him.
He doesn't want us to remember him.
Freddie.
I'm very afraid. What?
It was
Freddie, yeah,
Freddie.
Freddie,
Jerry's
thank
mine.
you.
Freddie.
Freddie.
Jerry.
Jerry,
Freddie.
It was Jerry. I was like,
It was
I knew who you were talking about, but that wasn't his name.
close.
Okay.
Jerry's my
The
guy.
creepy accountant. Like that's all he needs. Like
We're going to give you a little bonus in dealing with the ghouls that aren't yours.
okay.
However,
Okay.
I want you to roll to see what that bonus is going to be now.
Ugh, okay. What am I
So
rolling?
roll me a charisma research.
Okay.
Nice.
I have have research skills.
How much research did you do to help you be able to smooth talk your vampire mind games into them?
How much Facebook stalking did you do before?
2 successes, possible bestial failure.
Okay.
With 7 dice. Just
This
by the
is-
way, I did
this
not
is
do
what
great
we're-
this time.
This is what we're going to do. You're going to believe absolutely everything that Jace and Liz send you in regards to their goals.
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Coterie.
Because
Coterie pride. I got it.
so Jace, give Siren the first name of your goal.
Oh, I actually know that. We actually.
You do. No. This
Yeah.
is
Okay.
just general stuff because she didn't.
Sarah.
Sarah. Okay. Liz.
Jason.
So, you know that much shit about them off the top of your head.
Oh.
Excellent.
That's what the 2 with the bestial failure gave you. However, you will be able to add 1 dice to bullshit your way through whatever the questions they might have.
This
That
is
you
Jason.
can't
I
answer
have
off the
a
top of your head.
concussion.
Excellent.
So, with that, you're gonna make a martini. You're gonna make. You're gonna pull a beer out of Corey's fridge. What
With
what
my
drink
fangs,
would
I
Corey
just
like?
like.
Just a
and-
fang shotgun.
Yeah, and for Corey, I'd actually like to make him.
Don't shotgun the glass.
No promises. Just. Oh my God! Parties are about to get so much more interesting. Oh,
Do not.
Megan, this is a genuine Megan question. I'm gonna turn it over to you in a second. Because I would like to make Corey Siren's favorite drink. I'm gonna let Meg pick what the fuck that is, because she does those
Ooh.
things and she pays attention
Appropriate.
and she nails shit. So, surprise me. I'm gonna... For those of you who don't know, Megan is spectacular.
Give me a color of what the drink is, and that'll give you time.
It's a zhuzhed up vodka Red Bull.
See, I was gonna
Oh,
do a vodka
okay.
cranberry-ish thing. Good, excellent. I'm on board.
Vodka
Let's go.
Red Bull.
Let's go. Awesome.
So, you make these drinks.
I do.
He's got some fancy platterware that you could tell he's probably never used. That was a gift from some old white family in New Orleans. Like, oh, he needs silverware, real silver. And you set these glasses down.
I make,
Where do you position yourself?
I'm gonna tell you. I also make myself. Oh. No, can't do that. Don't have enough time. Never mind. I am going to pour myself, because I think it's poetic, the largest glass of just the reddest wine he has. I was like, can I go get blood? No, but I'd like them to wonder for a second if that's what this is. Now I'm not doing my own. No. But just the reddest red fucking wine.
So unless you
You
blush
don't wanna
life, all food is
self-feed?
going to taste bad regardless.
I was blushed to life already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then what I was going to continue to say was that you can mix some cornstarch in with the wine and make it thicker to really mess with them, and it's still just going to taste just as bad.
You know? Okay, fair.
If you don't blush a life. If you don't swallow it, you won't puke it up. If you want to swallow it, it's still probably going to taste bad.
No, I did blush of life. I don't need to worry about the cornstarch. It's fine. Just red.
What's your humanity at?
Oh God.
I don't think you've lost as much as everybody else
No,
has.
it's 6.
Okay, 6.
Yeah.
Blush of life wine at 6, you still puke it up in an hour.
It's fine. Okay.
Just to give
Thank
you a heads
for the
up.
Heads up. I appreciate it. But
If you're 8 and above, you can kind of stomach it.
No, I don't think I can earn it back. Although some of you did, so
You
you
can.
know, yeah.
You can. You just have to be
so
good people.
Sounds be a good person.
I
All
have
right,
been
that came out wrong.
I have been a
You just have
fucking
to be good. I mean, you have to be
charm,
extra
okay?
good.
I've been great. I didn't eat anybody. That's our bar, okay?
Hey man, eating somebody doesn't make you bad.
Yeah.
Only
First
if
of
it's the
all.
rich, okay?
But not on
We
t-shirt.
only
Eating
eat the
people doesn't
rich.
make you bad.
Diablerize the rich. New merch is coming. I'm gonna do it, folks. I'm gonna
Diablerize
make
the
that this
rich.
week. Okay. Anyway.
That's very seize the means of production of you. I'm going to
Yes,
take
it
your
is.
power, give it to me.
Yes, it is. Oh my God, there's so many layers to that. Please let me know in chat if you would buy a Diablerize the Rich shirt. Anyway,
Communist vampires.
I will
Russian brew.
I will position myself I would like to be, like I said, in the sitting room, in the mini bar, in whatever area he has this alcohol in. Tables, chairs, what does it look like?
So it's got kind of the living room area is just a large square.
I'm begging for a fainting couch for Siren to drape herself dramatically across.
It has it's a sectional couch, and one of the sides is just a Shea lounge. And then inside there's the coffee table, there's a bar, and then there is, it looks like further in, there's like a the TV sitting area. Like, this is for people that ain't coming in my house, and then like the rest of the house is more personalized.
I would like to take an armchair, even if I take it from the TV room, and face the door to this room and just sit and wait.
Oh, you can take a little dining room table chair and bring it in. Yeah.
I would like it to be movie villain squishy and comfy, or leather, instead of like a wooden chair. I find a leather chair.
Okay. So you want to like bring his office chair into the living room?
That'd be fucking hilarious. No, I won't. It's okay. I will simply sit on the couch. I would like to sit. Okay. I would like to be sitting in whatever I would consider the position of power in the room. A chair by itself, or the edge of the couch, but like facing the door, just relaxed.
Okay.
Because weirdly, fun fact, standing up and like being dominating is not as powerful as sitting and making them come to you, folks. Little staging tip for you.
You sit in the middle of the sectional, where no matter what they choose, they're close to you.
That's better. Thank you.
For anybody who's ever used a urinal system, you're picking that middle one, and you're just forcing everyone else to have to stand right next to you.
I actually know that rule because of the XKCD comics. Panic that would ensue.
Yeah. It's one of those socialized rules that we're just like, yeah, I don't want to elbow touch you while I do this. Yep. And you hear them talking. You hear the door shut, them get out of their car.
I would like to note, I haven't turned on a single goddamn light. I am just sitting in the dark in this room. I did tell him to go make himself a drink. I'm just hoping he'll come in, and I've left their drinks lined up on the bar, but I'm in the dark.
Can you see in the dark?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How funny was
Can
that?
you?
Yeah.
This isn't D&D. I don't think we start with dark vision.
It's
not
also,
everybody has it.
Yeah, that's so. But it's just my vision of Siren. Just
I would say you have
me.
enough.
So
you have like
funny
low
for me.
light vision really well. I'd say that.
If I had to, I would take out my phone camera to remain dramatic.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. You've got enough light coming through the windows and stuff.
Exactly.
It's the moon is out. Yeah, you can see what you're doing.
It was like.
I was like, if we stick you in a cave, you're not D&D-ing your way out of that.
No,
you're gonna walk into a wall.
I would echolocation my way out. We're vampires. I feel like I can figure it out. Like.
It was a very funny, like, Scooby-Doo villain moment in my head, and
Shit,
I really loved it.
You know, I'm sure she has at least one moment of, I should not have committed this hard. God damn it. Like.
So that would be the moment that Liz would shapeshift into the character I always thought Liz would be, and it's just a big fucking bat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honest to God, like, as soon as I showed you, like, RQ being, like, a big-ass fucking crow, I was like, she's gonna be a big bat. She's gonna be a big fucking bat.
One day.
My final form is direwolf.
Yes.
And when I get there, it's over.
Yep.
That's fair. So as you hear the car door shut and them walking up the sidewalk, the click-clack of business shoes and heels coming up the pavement, the outside light turns on because they're approaching, and they have the motion sensor lights. And you hear them talking. Do you want to try to figure out what they're saying, or are you just going to wait patiently?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to listen.
Yeah, no, I don't know when she's coming. I don't really know what to expect, but I'd rather have you guys here than me just fucking meet Vamp Mommy and that voice and just die on the couch tonight. So yeah. Sarah, you can leave if you want.
He's a gentleman. Oh my God.
It's fine. But Jason, we've been friends for a long time. You're not fucking going nowhere. And Sarah goes, no, hey, maybe I'll get some information too. It's fine. Jason's like, hey, see, you got your one. I'm going to go home. You have fun with this. And he turns to leave, and you hear the, like you get turned around. And that's when you hear the keys opening the door. And the door opens, and just about the time as like the outside light comes in, and it starts moving its way towards you. And like the moonlight touches like your feet
It does the leg up.
as they flip on the light and they see you, and they all just kind of stand there.
It's good that you're afraid of me. You need to be a lot more afraid of everybody else, though, if they figure out what you are, and you're going to start by locking those upstairs windows from now on, aren't you?
Yeah, can I put in bars? Does that matter to you guys? I don't know if that. And they started to walk in, and it doesn't matter for Liz at all. Those bars are me now.
The bars are inside of me.
I can break them or I can go through them. One of them's more expensive for you. I'm helping.
Yeah.
And they come in and shut the door.
She just nods at the drinks and then have a seat.
And they both walk over.
Because Sarah left?
No, Sarah's still
So
there.
all three, okay.
Yeah, she wanted information.
All three, got it.
They come in and they see the drinks, and Corey doesn't get his automatically, but you can 100% see Sarah walk up, grab the martini, and did you like pour the beer into a glass, or is it like is there a tall boy sitting there?
It's in a glass. She
Okay.
put it in a glass. She put like a orange wedge or something. Like she made it fancy.
Okay.
She made them nice. Like she knows how to make goddamn like hostess drinks.
Okay. So Jason walks over and
Yes,
it
beer
looks
with
like
the orange wedge for certain people. That's the only way to get them to drink things that look fancy. If they only like fucking beer, like.
what is that one? It's Blue Moon.
Yes,
and the other
exactly.
One you put, yeah.
And
Blue
Shock Top?
Moon, Shock Top.
Shock Top.
Yeah, Shock
Anything
Top.
that's
I like
wheat
Shock
based.
Top more.
Anything that's wheat based, you can pair with an orange.
I like it. So Jason, as he's bending down, you get the impression that he's going to reach for the other drink.
He's welcome to.
Okay. He's going to reach towards the one that you have made for Corey.
She'll let him.
Okay. He takes it and kind of sits back. He goes to sit down next to Sarah. So on your right now, you have a respectable distance that they can comfortably, to not make it look like they are, but you totally know they are, trying to sit as far away from you without being on top of the other person as possible.
Mm-hmm.
He sits down next to Sarah, leaving no room, unless everybody's going to get real comfy real quick, for Corey to sit down between you. So the only other option would be to the left of you. And he picks up the glass of the Stock Top or Blue Moon-esque drink. And he drinks it. Just a sip. This is your shit, dude.
Yep.
And gives it to Jason. Fucking beer.
Does Jason
He
give him
thinks,
the other one back?
yeah, he doesn't double fist the drinks. He's just like, yeah, okay. You don't get the impression that Jason is really in like a, yeah, let's just here to drink tonight. Mm-hmm. But as Corey is sitting there, he's got the now drink that you made him. He takes a sip of it, mm-hmm. and just kind of stand there and goes, okay. So, welcome to my house. I have the impression that you're fast.
I am.
So-
Your doors are locked, and she would have closed and locked all the windows upstairs as well when she came.
Okay.
Your doors are locked? She's asking.
Oh, as far as I know, my
If
doors
he
are
locked
locked.
the door behind him and all that shit.
Oh, he did not lock the door behind him. You would have caught that it was
Yeah.
not a deliberate thing that he went and did.
And she just...
Okay. And he walks over and locks the handle and deadbolts it and pushes the chain across the top.
Excellent. At which moment she immediately, the Charlotte persona drops and she goes, oh, thank God, I was so sick of being that. Just immediately, just fucking.
You see
gone.
Jason stand up and walk towards the kitchen. He just
Mentally takes her
Yeah.
bra.
This is-
Oh,
this is
thank
No,
God.
not mentally. She is wearing underneath this dress. She has managed to put on the kind of I used to wear the top that was like a little crop toppy thing that could look like a bra. So she actually does like take down the sleeves and roll down the essentially the little like bike shorts that she had worn underneath the dress, kicks off the shoes, is just slipping out of this fucking slinky thing and pulling down the obnoxious hair updo she had, just running her fingers through. Just, God, I hoped I'd never have to wear my hair like that again. She is now much more casual and much more, with the exception of the black hair and the like obvious perfect face, and the fact that she has this red satin dress and a pile next to her now, much more Siren. Her posture drops a little bit. She sits again bare feet with the legs. She slumps forward to drink her wine instead of being like properly perfect. She says, "If you thought I couldn't risk letting anybody else know what you are yet, I also couldn't risk them ever associating exactly who got to you, if I can help it. Siren, pleasure to properly meet you."
Dory Brown. I feel like you know a lot more about us. So pleasure to meet you. All right, so we're not going to die. You said that much. You don't want anybody to get to you. I don't want anybody to get to me.
No.
What do you? But why? The why is the question, because I don't for a second believe that you want me to do good things in the world and you want to give me superpowers to do it. The world
Why?
doesn't work like that.
Why don't
Because
you
the
believe
world doesn't work like that.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Why doesn't the world work like that?
Because the government is horrible and they would have used you all to create super soldiers to take over whatever country they wanted to take over. So the
When
fact that
the government is run by people, we, A, are not people, B, are often not super concerned with the small minds of politics, except when it comes to things like this. Because you actually can do a lot of good. Why do you think we also ghouled the two people closest to you instead of handing you some of our own to watch you or protect you? We wanted you to feel safe with the people you already feel safe with, and be able to talk to people when this gets stressful, who you can trust. If we were trying to just supplant you into some strange little psychotic bullshit shadow government, we would have done it a lot more subtly. And she knows, lying to herself, because none of them are capable of subtlety. And we would have simply put you in with our pre-existing people instead of going through all the effort of making sure your little unit here stays intact.
fair enough. But I still don't know the why.
The why at the surface is simple. You happen to fit not just a position and a need, but a type of person that currently aligns with exactly what we hope to accomplish.
Which is what?
There's a lot you need to learn about all of us, and she looks specifically at the two, and I know the two of you are scheduled to attend Ghoul Academy with the other normal kind who have been put through this. You're not the only people in New Orleans, obviously. I won't do the job of your new masters by teaching you all of it for you, so I wouldn't want to step on any toes, but the basics are this. Vampires have a very, very large enemy, no matter where we are, and they have come to New Orleans. They happen to be taking advantage of the homeless and the disenfranchised of this city. You actually seem to care about helping those people. We figured if you were actually helping them and there were fewer who then could take advantage of them, could solve two problems at once.
So you have you and your friends. How big is this whole thing?
As far as this specific, just the tiny group of us. Not all vampires are on the same page about every single thing. None of them are involved in it's not a conspiracy. This is my little group.
I know, but the way you say that makes it very apparent that there's not just the 4 of you in New Orleans. There's so many more that you have all differing opinions. That's phenomenal.
Just like people.
Yeah, it's spreading like a virus.
Humanity. Yes.
Roll me a perception check, a wits awareness.
And I would like to put my special thing, the sensing emotions, please.
Okay.
So wits awareness 2 plus. Where the fuck is the thing? Okay. Not 7. It's much less. 2 successes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with your sense emotion, you get seething anger.
Can I tell why?
Retribution-based anger? Like revenge, but with justice.
Oh,
revenge.
Like he wants that against us right now.
You don't know a motive. You just sense emotion, and kind of like that feeling of like
Interesting.
murderous rage with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes another drink.
What are you angry at, Corey?
He takes another drink. There's a lot to be angry about.
I agree. You start.
The world. This gestures to 2023. He starts kind of pacing around the room. I will never know now if I am successful because of your help. But more importantly than that, for every failure I have, I will never now know, knowing that you all exist, that if it wasn't somebody else with their own fucking power structure behind them, he starts pacing, making me fail, sabotaging me, or helping them. I already had to worry about this from the dudes I went to college with. I had to worry about this with local politicians, with people who's got too much fucking money behind their name. He starts walking towards you. He's slowly, like as he's saying this, he's slowly walking towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And he holds his drink to his chest and like leans down. So his hands aren't like he's not going to attack. He looks like he's about to say something.
Certainly try. It's fine. She doesn't.
Yeah.
She just stares him down.
And he goes to like the side of your head.
Mm-hmm.
And I know from every fucking movie that I've ever watched, because I like vampire movies, that if it's not already, at some point it will be impossible for me to tell you no and not do exactly what you ask. But if I ever hear the word master coming out of your fucking mouth again, I will find a way. I try to do this on my own as he stands back up. By not having help, go ahead.
She very politely looks at the other two, not using an ounce of awe or dominate or anything. Genuinely says, would it be too much trouble if you both gave us a few minutes?
Yeah.
If I have harmed or touched him by the time you come back in, I will tell you exactly how to end me myself, but if you would be so kind.
And Sarah just kind of stands up and walks away. And Jason goes, yeah. Starts walking away.
My goals before I became this were not as big as yours, perhaps. Much more dream chasing, soul chasing, trying to change the world with my music, which seems like such a fucking empty, goddamn petty thing now, but it actually is important to me in the way that this is important to you. And now, I get to spend the rest of eternity wondering if I would have been good enough without this. So I actually know how you feel. The difference is, my choice was live as this and try or die never getting a chance. As far as you not telling me no, I am perfectly willing to negotiate that because I don't like having people in charge of me, and I've had some bad luck with me being in charge of them in the past, so that doesn't necessarily have to be where this goes. But trust me when I say I know that fear. And wouldn't you have it no matter what? Wouldn't you have it wondering, like you said, if other more powerful players are behind the scenes, no matter what the fuck they were? If there are others out there on the other side, we are evening the playing field for you. But we picked you for a reason. And it was the existing parts of you that you already are. We're not planning on making you into something new. We like the version of you that's already trying to do these things.
And he reaches over and clinks your glass. And cheers. And he goes to sit down, and he goes, "Yo!" And in rush, like as fast as they can, both Sarah's got an axe, like very much like a shining axe.
Yes.
And Jason's got a fire extinguisher, like the butt of it.
I love them so much.
They look at you, and he's gonna put down the obvious, very quickly grabbed weapons in the house.
She goes, yeah, like I said, why the fuck do you think we would risk putting you with that, who will obviously die to protect you, if we just wanted to do dumb shit that would fuck you over? Why would I let you have that? Come on. Like, she's much less, she's just very much more like the sarcastic siren. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? I wouldn't have let you have that if I was planning on fucking you over. Come on, that man could kill me now. Please don't, I have shit to do. But like, and the people who will come after you are much scarier than me and don't have the heart that I still have somehow. But yeah, fucking Jesus. How is Sarah's grip, by the way? Because I know he is the bodyguard. How is Sarah's like stance with it?
She's holding it confidently. Then I will give her that.
Let me. I say,
like it's like far too low.
Yeah, I'm gonna. May I? And she is going to. She's going to celerity up behind her. Because I feel like they will panic if I take my time to move there. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to do the showing the girl how from behind.
You feel that you got there quick.
Yeah.
You got your arms like on hers. Yeah. Before the panic that you thought was going to like be subsided by not slowly walking towards her like a predator. Yeah. Now just magically appearing behind her like a supernatural creature. Yes. There's still panic, just different, but it's not a flea.
Yeah, exactly.
You just feel her tense the fuck up.
And you're gonna want to hold it like this. And she adjusts her grip.
So like more of a fireman carry.
And she adjusts it to and explains like the mechanics of you're not gonna have to work as hard to swing it, and then you'll be able to bring it back faster. If you'd like lessons at some point, let me know. But good stance. And she just like kind of shifts her leg a little bit just into exactly the right like axe fighting stance. Like just a little.
Yeah. She stands there for a second until you release, and then she's like she just kind of puts down the axe.
So any questions for me? She goes back to her glass that is somehow not ever she didn't drop, she just like placed before she zoomed.
Jason and Sarah aren't really going to have a lot of questions. The the biggest question Corey wants is, so what do you want from me now?
Go about your business as usual. We weren't quite sure how well this would work tonight, and if we needed a backup plan. So, we're just gonna kind of give you time to acclimate, I think. That may change when I talk to the rest of the group. Probably we'll need you tomorrow, knowing the speed at which we tend to do things. That's Pixie not remembering how
Ghouls assault the church.
No.
Next episode.
And she says, look, there's a problem with giving people a choice in this matter. In that if you say no, we have to kill you. And you seemed... The word they would use is asset. The word I would choose to use is soul. You seemed a good enough soul not to risk losing like that. So.
Okay.
For now. I know it's hard to believe, but I promise we're on the same side.
Okay.
Don't talk about it out in public. Don't use the words vampire, ghoul, any of those things in public. Other vampires will not take kindly to it, and if any of them kill one of you in the streets, it will mean so much worse. But that's another reason why I think it's nice you three have each other. Some people don't. You can talk amongst yourselves here in the privacy of your home. Or their homes, or wherever you're sure people aren't listening.
Okay.
Cool. She drowns her wine, and pours herself a shot of whatever. Does that too. And she says, "You're gonna like not getting hangovers this easily, by the way. Take advantage of that." Because I believe Eddie said something to that effect at one point.
Yeah.
she could drink way more at that.
Yeah, Eddie doesn't have.
Yeah. She
remarks it's not as much fun when you can't do that.
That
so
too,
she was
but
able to actually clean herself up.
It's gonna make social events a lot easier for him. He can drink much more and not really worry about it. Which feels smart. If that's all, she starts to bundles up the dress and she just she
I was gonna ask, are you driving home?
No, she can't drive home. She didn't drive up. And just in case there's she doesn't want to risk anything happening to them by being just let me saunter out like an idiot. She'll tie it around her fucking waist like a sweatshirt, just dress. It's a look. Shoes dangled over her. Walk of shame. Vampiric walk of shame.
And you can still do celerity and do rooftops and get out, but
she will.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, she will. Before she leaves, though, she will shake their hands. She will go to shake all of their hands. She will save Corey for last, and she will also lean close to the ear like he did. Say, I really do hope you'll forgive me for this. Maybe we can be friends someday, but I'm never gonna force you to. Have a good night.
And he just nods. So, is there anything else you want to do?
Not unless I forget something from the coterie.
No.
Okay.
With that, we're going to go to Liz. Yeah. How do you want to approach this conversation with Rebecca Chase?
I'm just going to her house. Straightforward.
Okay. I didn't know if you were going to do some super secret ninja stuff and climb through the windows too. I don't know if that would work with Rebecca Chase's house. We'll see what happens. You could get in. You could get in.
I could turn to a bird, go through the chimney. We're still in the chimney. She's a rich bitch.
So you just go up and knock on the door?
Yeah.
Okay. A man opens the door. It's one of the men of the house. It seems like every time you're here, there's a different one that opens the door.
Good for her.
Siren, 300 years.
One of them introduced themselves in the first episode. It's been a different guy ever since. May I help you?
I'm here to speak with Miss Trace.
May I relay who you may be, as well as, and you see like that's like almost a scripted part.
Uh-huh.
And what your business may be.
Tell her Liz is here to see her.
As you wish. May I ask you to wait outside?
Sure.
Okay. And he shuts the door, and you can hear him like walking up the staircase. And then with more hurry than he had going up the stairs, but still not quite in a hurry to go down the stairs, he comes to the door and opens it and says, yes. Oh, can I ask you to come inside, please?
I'll go inside.
Okay. Make yourself comfortable. Is there anything that I can get you to drink?
No.
Do you actually giggle like that?
Yeah.
He looks, he looks like confused / interested on why that might have been funny, and then he just kind of like walks the fuck away.
Good. Good.
Do you go sit down, or you just kind of wait for?
Yeah, I kind of I'm like doing the thing that I always do, where I kind of scout everything, open doors, windows. Doors are locked or opened. If windows are locked or open. If windows are bulletproof, if I can burst through the windows. These are all things that play through Liz's head every time she walks into a new room. That's PTSD. And she eventually will sit herself down on one of the couches.
Okay.
The
doors. So the furniture is different, and it's been rearranged in a different orientation. But the every time you've been over here, the balcony doors are open from the what appears to be like kind of the dining room sitting area out to a patio, and behind it is the pool. Mm-hmm. And the pool is it's always lit, like, you know, it's nighttime, kindred or kindred, but it's the patio doors are always open. And you've noticed that to be a big security risk. Anybody could jump that fence at a perfect angle and get in. Anybody with celerity could make that shot.
Yeah.
And then start just ramshacking the house.
100%.
But there's always, you know, one or two guys down here to at least scream first, so maybe that's her defense mechanism. And then out of the corner of your eye, you see her start to make her way down the stairs. She starts heading your way. She's dressed like the world's most tired soccer mom. She has her hair up in a high pony. She's wearing a sweatshirt that is a little bit too big for her. And a pair of like leggings. And this is like the least put together. Yeah.
I'm still in my regal black dress with the slits and my makeup all done. I'm still like gal already. What a twist in fate this has been.
she walks in. She's got a glass of wine in her hand, and she looks at you. How is your night going? Because it looks far better than mine.
I'm not usually this stressed up. You're not usually this stressed out.
What can I do for you? Please tell me this isn't official business, but please tell me that it is at least of some business.
It's something, yes. And there's just like small like smile on her face, and she looks up at her. I've been told you spoke about me.
Oh yeah, I mentioned you to Jem, or I brought you up in conversation with Jem.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I brought it up for everyone.
Yes. Jem said some other things that had me thinking and connecting dots.
Okay. Well, maybe I can help you connect a few more. What is the issue?
When we follow in her blood-stained footsteps, we are the children she lost, born anew to make her enemies pay for what they've done.
And you see her her face changed from a look of like. We all know that every time a kindred shows a facial expression, it's what they're trying to do. Usually, there's a mask of the bitch, like with a capital T, or it is polite, nonchalant, charming hostess kind of mode. You see that fall to nothingness, to a blank face. And she says, cheers. And she drinks a big, big gulp from her wine. Are you Laka, or do you consider yourself kindred? And are just familiar with things?
That's a dangerous question to ask in places like this.
Oh, the moment that you recited that, everyone in this house, aside from us, are dead, so...
Good. I was gonna do it anyway. And her body and face drops from her. She's always been either very playful or very business. This is a mixture of the two of this huntress.
Oh, great!
Comes forward.
Look it up.
How many more are here?
There's only 2 in New Orleans that I can see.
I think we should quadruple that.
This city isn't ready for that.
Oh, we have to lay the pathwork down. It's our duty, isn't it?
That seems rather convenient to say. Roll me either a charisma persuasion or a charisma I'm lying you to your face, going to stab you in a second.
You're not gonna tell us which, are ya?
Can I do manipulation instead of charisma?
You can.
Okay. So what was it? Manipulation. What was it?
Manipulation, truth, persuading, or manipulation, lying, deception.
Okay.
You don't have to tell me which.
That is going to be 3 successes.
Okay. Were you telling the truth, or were you lying?
Just telling the truth.
She's gonna take a few steps closer to you.
She doesn't move from her seat.
And she is going to sit next to you. And she's just staring in your eyes the entire time. You guys don't need to blink. It's just still kind of weird when no one blinks. And the camera sees these 2 predators staring into each other's eyes. She's going to roll again. You get the impression that she believes you, but she wants to be more. She hasn't.
Be super sure.
Yeah.
This is valid. She's not lying. Whatever you roll, just know Liz is currently not lying.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to give like how the conversation was going to go was based off how sure she was.
Yeah.
Now you haven't made it known outside the coterie that you can't lie.
Jason.
That you don't
Siren, no.
Jason Siren.
Yeah, it barely got slipped in almost accidentally during that conversation at the bar, and then it got bulldozed over so she wouldn't have to fucking answer it.
Oh.
Yep.
There are many kindred in the city. And those who were men before are unlikely to change their beliefs that they have always been in power. What do you have in mind?
The first thing we need is a garden.
Garden would be nice.
Have you been to one before?
Not in times to be remembered.
She is going to kind of dig into her own hand to release some blood. And she has in her bag, what she always carries with her, are some seeds, and presses it into the blood.
Okay.
In her hand, and I'm going to activate Coax the Garden.
Okay.
And this wild rose starts coming out of her hand.
Good
so
thing
Gem's
Gem's not
gonna stay
there.
the fuck away from that, okay?
Good thing Gem's not there.
Good thing none of us are there. I have a feeling this would go very differently.
And I break the rose from my hand, and the roots are entangled in my veins, so it pulls out with my blood in it. And I'll just hand it to her.
With what purpose should our garden grow?
Thinking the Garden of the Beast. There are not many places where beasts can be just that.
Is this what you had in mind when throwing the charity?
I'm going to have my sanctuary.
Is that where the garden should grow?
Where it's being planted. And she just leans in and just traces her nose on Rebecca Chase's cheek.
And she very reactively like nuzzles you back. Are you going to stay the night at Rebecca Chase's place?
No, I'm not.
Was there anything else you want to talk to her about?
I'm gonna make sure that she is also truthful in this and not just.
She has been doing her own, but in a way to not. She alludes to the fact that she's the only one that she knows that is here. And if there are others, they're also secretive about it as well. Because no one wants to die.
Fair.
And that it's just looked down upon so heavy-handedly outside of the Sabbat and outside of some really wild anarch bunches.
Even the Sabbat don't like this,
No.
this blood cult.
It's like they're more aware, like it's Lilith. Everybody else is a Canaanite. Yeah.
Yes.
But that she's warmed up to you in a way you haven't seen her do to anyone, not even Addison's memory.
I was thinking I was gonna have to threaten her. I'm so glad I didn't have to.
We're doing it, bitch. We're making the garden.
We're making a garden. I kept saying I want to build a sanctuary. I never said a specifically animal sanctuary.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And you didn't say animals. You said the beasts.
I said beasts. No, I leave her. I let her keep the rose. It has some of my blood on it as a sign of faith.
Yeah.
And I go home.
Okay. Make me a wits awareness.
Cool. I just exit out of my dice roller. Give me 2 seconds.
No, it's fine. You get 2 rolls. They're both wits awareness. They're different things, though.
Okay. 4 successes, messy crit.
Okay. You, as ever vigilant, sometimes hyper vigilant, You do not get the impression that anybody is following you home.
Cool.
You don't see any watchful eyes or people you could have sworn you've seen a minute ago. Make me another wits awareness.
That is 3 successes.
It's closer to when you get home. But you hear a gunshot out in the city. But it's New Orleans.
I don't live in the best part of town anyway.
Yep.
I text Jason that I'm picking up bright and early, but with a moon emoji.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take care of my animals.
Okay.
And
They're glad
plant
to
my
see
garden.
you. Plant your garden?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so show me what that looks like. Where are you going? What are you doing?
She goes to where the land that she was given to build this sanctuary. And she starts to map it out. She's walking the priority of it. How much of this can she use as a front as the animal sanctuary, and how much of it she can use for the garden? And
How do you want the garden to look? Like if somebody were to wander on this property. Because how large do you want it to be?
Huge. Not like Hard Rock Casino huge.
Yeah.
But like, any horror movie? No, like any horror movie, you walk into like this clearing in the woods, and there's like this like glass, like almost like greenhouse.
Yeah.
That.
Okay. So you want your glass greenhouse?
I want my glass greenhouse.
Okay. It is going to be large.
Yeah.
You can do that. However, I will tell you that if you build a large avian-looking sanctuary, kind of like a la Jurassic Park, was it 3? RQ is going to have an interest because she likes birds.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is deal with that when I get to it.
Easily explained, as we got room for the land-based animals that they can't get out of, and you have your little terrarium. But yeah, you can do that.
And then I'm gonna have a blood pool.
Yep. So.
Anyway, I'm perfectly normal and sane. Everything's cool.
Yeah, of course. Does Jem want to do anything?
Yes, she's been working on a project this whole time because she had nothing to do with Ghoulgate. So
That's legit.
But she's gotten hyper focused, and she's got money, and she has the tip money now. And she had acquired some skills while she was married. So she has been transforming. She's been renovating 2 downstairs rooms in her house, like knocking out walls, making it bigger, completely soundproofing it, and setting up furniture and things. There's a little mini fridge with blood in it. It doesn't have any. It's got like some equipment, but not anything real big. For a streaming room for id.
Okay.
To encourage him to stay over more, or to yeah.
Roll me a. We're gonna do intelligence and charisma, which is weird because there's 2 primary roles. But add a specialty die of 2 extra dice.
Charisma and intelligence +2. Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So when you're designing this room,
I make a whole new house. I am Bob Vila.
You take everything that you've seen at his place, in his dream room, and you feel like you meshed it together where it takes some of not only who he was before, that image that he still portrays, and who he is now, and meshes it in a better way than he did. Where you're incorporating some subtle nods to who he is, not as kindred, but as somebody with the kindred. I mean, he's Nosferatu,
just masquerade breaches all over the place.
he's a Nos being Nosferatu on Twitch. I mean, he's begging for it a little bit. But you feel like you incorporate some of his own element into the room in ways that he hadn't before.
Cool. And it's got a lock on it. He's the only one with a key.
Okay.
So she will do that and then like ta-da.
And you're gonna show it to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his room.
Yeah. He comes in. You hand him the key and he opens the lock.
So I did a thing. I'm not asking you to move in or anything, but I thought maybe if you had like a space here that was yours and just yours, you might feel more comfortable staying. It's soundproof, it's lightproof, it's the gym, but it's all you, and you're the only one that has a key to it, so I can't bother you, and and I'm not going to go in there unless you want me to.
He opens the door and you see like an almost involuntary shift to his personhood.
Oh god.
It's like his mask of many faces popped off and accidentally.
Okay.
And it was just almost like a shimmer of who he used to look like. His streamer kind of like shimmered underneath his form. Like the skin was still the same, but there was a human face there for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns back to you as he goes in to hug you, and he goes, you feel the key get put back in your hand. He goes, you can come in whenever you want.
No,
and he goes to like explore the room.
Yay! Like if there's anything I need to change or get, please let me know. I didn't want to get
amazing.
Too much stuff and have it be wrong and yada yada yada.
No, you did amazing. Thank you. That's, he looks very like I said earlier, when somebody's face completely drops of emotion as a kindred, that's the very few times that they're either letting themselves be fully seen or they're so shocked that they forget to put a face on.
I wanted to thank you because things have been really rough with everything, and you've been awesome.
You've had to deal with a lot.
Yeah. So thank you for helping with all of that and keeping me sane.
As sane as a Mal can be, yeah.
I've been doing okay. Apart
you
from
were
the fact
never
that
you were never wrong.
Completely, gutted the bottom floor of my house and turned it into a streaming studio in a week. Other than that, I've been totally fine.
You've been working. You've been working.
Yeah, and I haven't seen anything. So that's good.
Sometimes no news is good news.
Right.
I hope you have many nights of no news and only good news.
Me too. Thank you.
He goes to hug you. And then the hug turns into a fade to black moment.
Oh yeah. Okay, hot diggity damn. I was like, anytime I touch somebody, it's always like
and the fade to black turns into
75-25, and then you see fuck. Okay, cool.
So So you get some updates over the next few days of Ghoul School.
Okay.
I feel like
Yes.
Jake had so, yeah.
I'm not sending my ghouls to Ghoul School.
I am
Okay.
not sending my
I am
Google.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
doing Ghoul School. Not mostly because like fuck Sharpie. I
I'm a
don't
single mom
not
who
trust.
works. Okay, listen. I love my kids and I never stop, but I'm a survivor and someone had to take care of them while I was working the bar. Thank
Listen,
you.
man, valid.
Fair.
No, yeah, I wasn't gonna take them to Ghoul School.
Okay.
I was similar to Liz. I text both of the girls
Okay.
to meet me for coffee in 2 nights.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, to meet me for coffee 2 nights. And then whenever I get back to like the night of the gala, because I had already sent Oscar home after feeding, I am going to let him know. There are going to be 2 more, but they didn't stalk me, so they're going to be treated better than you are, and you're going to deal with it. I'm not going to be like outright rude to you, because I'm most of the time not that in private, so I'm not going to do that in public as some weird power trip. But, yeah, if they ask you for something, you're going to give it to them. You're going to do what they ask. And, yeah, that's all.
I have new ghouls, and definitely I like them more than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay.
I have 2 new stepkids, and they're better than you.
Yeah. He just kind of nods and is doing whatever task that he either assumed the responsibility of or that you told him to do.
Honestly, I don't tell him to do a whole lot around the house. Like, he's not like a personal maid or anything. But he like is like allowed to leave, but I feel like he also, maybe for his own weird twisted stuff, and also maybe because he knows that if I ask him to do something, I expect it to be done, he probably doesn't leave very often.
No, he, unless you've told him to leave, he has not left. And
Weirdo.
You don't use him as a personal maid, but you realize that you wouldn't ever have needed one because he's doing all the things.
Fair, yeah. Yeah, Jace has gotten to a weird point with Oscar where, like, he got out a lot of his frustration when he was torturing him.
As one does.
And now, but like, now he's not like,
go.
he's not like actively vindictive, but he's also like, man, a lot of stuff happened. I can't be nice to him now.
I know exactly
Like
that feeling.
So he's
Yes.
like, I don't know, you exist, and I'm not gonna be like nice, but I'm also not gonna like continue to break your fingers and toes for fun.
Yeah, so like, it's not my job to punish you, so you just have to be you.
Yeah, exactly.
Still responsible for you, but I'm just gonna
leave you.
Acknowledge that you exist.
Yep, pretty much.
So you're gonna bring them over for Ghoul School?
Yeah.
Okay.
In 2 days. In 2 days, I meet them.
Good.
Yeah, I meet them for coffee, and then have like the tiniest bit of a chat there. That
Are they coming over to your place?
And then I bring them over to the apartment.
Where are you gonna go for coffee?
At the coffee shop.
Coffee?
The coffee shop.
cafe? Okay.
The cafe, yeah. Listen, man, I worked there for a while. I gotta...
You did. It's home turf.
It's home turf.
So stupid Inquisition guys could just go away. This area would be so much better.
Literally, this is my place. What the fuck is this? They're stepping on my turf.
Can someone remind me that I have to feed Venti? Thank you so much.
You set alarms every week.
Yeah.
Feed your pet.
Okay. Is Jace aware that it's the cafe? Cafe? Okay,
No,
I didn't think so.
I've seen a Second Inquisition person there once. and was
Yeah.
like, "That sucks." But I don't know that that's where Gem goes. I don't know that that's where
It's
there's
where
a ghoul
fucking-
behind the bar.
For Liz's place.
I would like to
nope.
next season play out the sitcom of all of the other enemies and ghouls consistently
Welcome to
missing
the
each other.
cafe.
Like constantly missing each other.
Yeah.
And like they're all there but never at the same time and none of them
It's-
know that each other everyone
Yeah,
in that
it's-
cafe is actually a ghoul or a vampire, but they don't know it.
It's Central
Except for the second
Perk,
Inquisition.
and the show is called Almost Friends, and it's just it's just like Ross
No,
heading in, Rachel heading out, Chandler's
it's just
heading out of the
called
bathroom.
Beans.
Beans. Yeah.
Yes.
Fair
I
enough.
love us.
Uh,
Seriously.
Well, we can go ahead and do that if you want. Because that's the next thing.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean, I know that Liz had said that she was going to meet up with Jason the next night, so we can do
okay,
that one.
so we'll do that first, and then the night after that will be.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
So I pick up Jason, and God, no, I still have a motorcycle. I don't have a car.
Yeah.
He's getting on back on my motorcycle.
You do have the sidecar that the dogs ride in, but it is a full ass sidecar.
It is for the dogs, though. It's not for ghouls.
It has a dog bed in
It's not
it.
for ghouls. It's for ghoul dogs. They're better.
It's for ghoul dogs.
Yeah.
No, I'll give him an address to meet me at. It's where she goes to work on her motorcycle. It's a
Okay.
junkyard.
Okay. Now that's kind of the junkyard is kind of borderline Anarch territory.
Yeah.
If not fully in it, I can't remember if we decided on that or not.
We said I thought it was still in Camarilla territory.
Okay. So yeah, you go over there, and are you working on your bike like when he shows up, or are you just waiting
Yeah.
for him to show up?
I'm trying to appear more human,
Yeah,
relatable.
And he sees you. We're gonna roll a see. He knows what the fuck you're doing. I love rolling for NPCs of like, does this character know shit about motorcycles?
Do you know anything?
Oh, okay. He knows a little bit about motorcycles.
Good for
So
him.
not a lot. Probably not as much as you, who actually works on them.
Yeah. I built 2 from the scratch.
Yeah.
See, I'd say probably he doesn't know as much as you.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, he got 2 crit successes,
Yeah.
but like it didn't meet the role that I would do if
He
for somebody
had
who's a
one
mechanic of one.
Once he had
Yeah.
a motorcycle.
He grew up with them, but
Good for him.
but he walks up, doesn't say anything about the motorcycle.
Hey. Hey, how's your head?
It's actually a lot better today. It's actually a lot better than it has been in a while. I usually wake up with headaches and didn't have one today. That's cool.
You're gonna find out a lot. You're gonna heal a lot faster than you usually did.
I tell you what would be amazing if I have a preference, though. Totally understand if I don't. Is that I'm just not injured often. Healing is cool.
I'm not gonna injure you. But you
That's
did
a
take
start.
a position
I like it.
as a bodyguard, so injury is kind of like hand in hand with that.
Yeah, no, I would have got his back no matter what. Now I have more backs that I didn't necessarily sign to get paid for. I signed up to get paid for. However,
Would you rather be paid? I could pay you.
no, you know, if you would have asked me like 20 years ago, and I had I guess because he's not that old, like maybe 15 years ago, when I had the body I did when I was 15 years ago, I might take you up on the money. Now, I slammed a door this morning, and the door went through the hole. The jam just. So I'm actually good with this, as long as we can be upfront with what's actually going on, as in like, what do you expect of me? Do I get compensation? Do I get to breathe? Because I want to keep it that way.
So what's happening right now is my blood is going through your body and changing pretty much everything about it. Besides the breathing part, you still get to do that.
Am I gonna look like? What do you mean changing me? Because you're gorgeous and everything, but like I kind of like the way I look.
You're gonna get stronger. You get faster. You're not gonna age anymore.
$1 Million Man, like.
but you are going to crave my blood more than anything you've ever had in your life.
It feels like you're making it sound like I'm gonna be a piranha or a mosquito when it
I
in
mean,
my
you're
head
kind of
it
a
wouldn't.
mosquito.
I think you're kind of a mosquito. I think I'm some dude who got turned into a mosquito, like a baby mosquito.
Sorry, this is Cat laughing, not Liz. This is Cat, because that was hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No,
this is why, to the viewers on YouTube who asked, we are muted so often, because most of us would have broken the mics with the laughs and cackles that we just let loose. Like, so
Yeah.
you're
You're kind of a
welcome.
mosquito. You're a mosquito.
You're so right, Jason. My bad.
Put,
No,
put
bitch,
that on a
you.
t-shirt. You're a mosquito.
So I gave him some of the basics, like what kindred are, kind, all the boring stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You are going to feel the urge to tell the truth all the time. I'm gonna warn you of that now.
Oh.
You get the urge, you can fight it. I can't. You also are not allowed to tell anyone that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And I know you're never supposed to ask women this, but you're a mosquito. How old are you?
102.
She was right.
Who was right?
He laughs. My mom always told me I needed an older woman to make a man out of me, an honest man out of me, and now you're telling me that I can't lie. And an older woman has made an honest man out of me, and she's probably rolling over her grave right now, laughing her ass off at me. And I don't know how I'm going to continue with my financial endeavors if I have to be an honest salesman.
You'll have to learn how to lie without lying.
Oh, I have to talk to Corey a lot. Okay.
Jason, I'm also going to tell you one more thing. That's going to be scary. But you're going to learn to deal with it. It's going to be better for both of us, okay?
he instantly got scared. Like you
Good.
you almost smell the, oh fuck, here it is.
He gets scared, I get hungry, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's my feeding type, I'll tell you. In 2 years from yesterday, I'm going to lock you in a room. And I am going to let you sit there. And you're going to drain every single bit of my blood out of you. Until you're going to go through the worst withdrawal ever in your life. You're going to be sick. But within a week, 2, 3, you'll age 2 years very rapidly. But you will no longer be under my control. And then I'm going to ask you if you want this. Because you didn't get a choice at this point, and I didn't get a choice either, and that fucking sucks.
Okay, can you just I've been through, I've already had that process before. Can I just tell you now?
No, because if I ask you now, you're gonna want it. Because right now you can't tell me the truth completely. And I'm sorry. I really am.
I'm gonna hate you, aren't I? Okay.
You're going to hate me. But after you feel better and you're completely you again, you can tell me no, I don't want this again. And depending on who's in charge at that point will depend what happens after that. But if you say yes, we'll go back to you being strong and fast and not being able to age. All the cool stuff.
He holds out his hand.
She takes it.
He shakes it. Deal.
All right.
Was anyone else fully prepared for 2 years from today? This garden's gonna be here and we're gonna riot. Don't tell anyone. Like, I was like, that's what I was waiting for. That was so much better worse.
You have to accept who came
2
from who.
years
You
from
need to
today.
understand that it's not
I thought
Cain.
it was in 2 years, you're going to start being able to fleshcraft. You won't be able to control.
I know. I thought it was in 2 years. I'm killing
All of
you.
a sudden,
Yeah,
you're
no,
like,
I
just-
went to 2
There's a
years,
lot.
I'm killing you, 2 years, you're killing me. Like, my brain went
No, I
everywhere
was-
except
There's a lot
in
of
2
things
years
in
you
that
get a
moment.
choice. Like,
Yeah,
You a
I was
blood
like,
statue in my yard.
in 2 years, New Orleans, as you know it, will be razed
that-
to the ground.
yeah, that
Yeah.
too.
Like, that's what I thought it was gonna
Look,
be.
here's the
like
thing.
New
The
Orleans.
storytellers, give your players autonomy. If they want to burn your fucking city down, you can move them to another one.
I just think it needs a really cool garden.
It's fair. Sorry, carry on.
He shakes your hand and says, "Deal."
Alright. Don't go around saying things. Because if you
Right.
say too much to someone, I'm gonna have to kill you.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Is there any way to know who else is either one of y'all or one of us?
You can, and you're the only one who can out of your friend group.
Fuck.
I'm gonna need you to dig real deep down that pit of a soul you have and try to be able to see what I really am.
Oh fuck! You're gonna make him look. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
see.
gonna
Teach him sense the beast.
We're gonna see what he rolls for this.
Yeah.
What did you give him? You gave him brawl, didn't you?
I gave him sense the beast.
And strength. Because
Which
we
is-
each gave
And
them.
strength.
That's the
Yeah,
one.
because we each gave them.
I didn't know if
main
it was
stat.
a charisma base, intelligence base, or what.
No. Sense the
Um,
beast. And strength.
what is your wits awareness at?
5.
Okay. Oh fuck me. Okay. He looks at you, and there's a confusion of what you mean. And he looks at like where you tap your chest, and then
Bit of the
he
soul.
looks. He looks up into your eyes. And with Sense the Beast, there's not like a flash or anything. Unlike the Oblivion deal. But you see his eyes kind of unfocus and then focus. And then terror. And he closes his eyes.
Yeah, he saw my beast, and that ain't pretty.
I got. Do I got that? Am I?
Smaller version.
You've been through a lot.
Yeah. I have.
I'm gonna tell you this one for free. 2 years and not telling you today. I would have told you yesterday. Do what I can to make sure that doesn't happen. Whatever that was. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you, if you follow through with this shit, you don't change your mind. You should change your mind. In 2 years, I want to slap you in the face. 2 years and a day, you'll still be all right.
2 years, you can slap me as hard as you want.
Can't say I won't want to, so I'm not gonna have you take that back.
And I will send him on his way with in my mind, it's very cute that he thinks he can stop it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those mentalities of, because everybody's beast is a little bit different, and there's a sense of who that beast is to them, or if it's a controlling beast or a part of them beast, or that beast is representative of who they are and what they've been through, which is not always great. You get the feeling that he saw that.
Yeah.
Whether he can be helpful or not, he's going to try to be.
It's like a kitten trying to fight a Rottweiler. It's not.
Fuck him up. I'm gonna fuck him up.
I also introduced him to Bud and Lou because they're always with me, and that's very important that he knows the dogs because they're always with me.
Oh yeah.
It's more important that the dogs know him, so that they don't freak out if something weird, like, you know.
Well,
They're
they're
like you.
Yeah.
they there is a moment of like, as soon as he walks up, Lou goes over and just kind of like nuzzles him and like kind of points him around the corner where you're at.
Yeah.
Like there's a moment of like the dogs recognize your scent inside of him the same way they recognize the scent inside of them. They get it. They're smart pups. You don't think dogs can do it? Give them vampire powers. They'll fucking realize a whole bunch of shit.
A whole bunch of shit.
You thought they were smart with the buttons that said "food now, bitch," and it's okay.
Now, how they find their own food, whether they want to or not. Ugh.
So, 2 days later, Chase is sitting at the coffee shop, the cafe. And across from you is sitting Sarah and Rich Boy's assistant.
Yep.
Rich
yep.
Granddaddy's
Her name
assistant.
is Samantha, because you
Samantha.
gave me the 2 S's.
Look, I get 2 letters, S's and J's. Sarah's and Jane's and Jenny's and Samantha's.
And Jason's. And
Jason's.
And Jace's.
And yeah, I'm just telling you, S's and J's. That's it.
Yep. All in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. And they're just sitting across from you.
Do either of them have a drink?
Yeah, we'll say they both got a basic ass drink from the counter. You get the impression that neither one of these guys are one because you haven't seen them here before, but 2 that they took a long time looking at a very basic menu of like, oh, this isn't Starbucks.
Nope. There's some really good stuff here, though.
I guess people who don't know how to drink coffee drinks, I can speak from experience, don't know what to do outside of a Starbucks. They're like, I don't know what is good because they're not. I don't like. Kat tried to get. She was like, do anything with Foxtail? I'm like, no, because I don't know what the fuck any of this is. No, I will.
That's why you go like, hey, look, I want sweet and.
That's
like,
not true. You got a very cute fox pen.
I got very cute fox pen, but it's because I don't have to choose. I knew what this was.
they have some
pointer,
coffees. Yeah.
Vanilla latte, always good.
Yeah.
Always good vanilla latte.
Yeah.
And if you don't like the espresso as much, just ask for one less shot of espresso. Sometimes they can do that.
Now figure out why Starbucks vanilla bean frappuccino doesn't have any coffee in it.
Yeah, just has caffeine in it, but actually, I don't even know.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have any caffeine.
That really fucked me up because it's my favorite drink to get there. I'm like, frappuccino. The chino should mean there's.
No.
That means coffee, right? It does not.
No, it does not.
It does not.
But yeah, so once they're sat down for a couple minutes, if they don't introduce themselves, I will introduce themselves to themselves. Sarah.
There's a
Samantha?
pensive moment of just nodding between them when you introduce them.
My name's Jace. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we'll talk about whenever we go back to my place, because there's a lot of stuff that we can't talk about here. But I wanted to make sure that you two felt comfortable. Also realized that there were 2 of you. Because the rest of my group had either 1 or 0. So, congratulations, there are 2 of you. And, yeah, you guys will have, well, Sarah, you have your crew to kind of rely on, but Samantha, you also have Sarah. Sarah, you have Samantha. You two can be each other's helpers, be each other's rocks. My dog is... you two can be each other's rocks and each other's
dog in a cafe.
helps. Yeah. Whenever I am... yeah. Whenever I am unavailable. But I won't take up too... That's not true. I will likely take up too much of your time. But for now, if you want, we can sit here for a bit longer until you're all comfortable, or we can go ahead and head out.
And Samantha actually speaks up, and she was, kind of this not bashful, but very like business forward under the guise of this
Of Eli Abbott. Mm-hmm.
Eli Abbott, this old fucking money power structure. And she looks very like much more comfortably dressed now. She did not dress for like a business meeting.
Thank God.
Her hair is kind of like just down but in a ponytail. And she goes, well, blood brothers are a thing. I guess blood sisters are a thing. And she kind of like nuzzles, or kind of like nudges, not nuzzles. That's what Liz and Rebecca Chase were doing.
Oh, in public?
Nudges Sarah with her arm.
Never in public. We're not gay. God.
And Sarah laughs, and she's like, "You have us now. You're gonna come hang out with us a lot.
You would,
because I need another woman that can understand this, because I didn't have to go to the bathroom today." And it's just like, hold on, ghouls still have to. They're like, man, maybe it's something dietary where they don't need to every day.
There's
like,
gonna be a lot of things. There's like some weird ghoul puberty joke to be made, but there is a lot of, you're gonna figure out a lot of stuff about yourselves pretty soon.
Okay, well, let's go back to. I'm picking up on something. I might be wrong, but if I'm wrong, it needs to be said. Are we going back to your place to like go back to your place? Or
No.
Are we going back to? Okay, just make sure I was reading the room right.
No.
And Samantha just kind of looks over and she's like, "Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one. Look, a lot of things have happened in the last 24 hours. I didn't know if we were going to be
Fair,
sister
I guess.
wives."
No. Oh God, no. Ew.
Okay.
No.
Good.
No, God, ew. Okay, no, you're good. I don't have a car, so we're just gonna walk. It's a few blocks.
Okay, yeah. No, I woke up with a ton of energy today. We're good.
Okay. Yeah. Also,
I don't have a car. We're gonna walk.
Also, you guys are just gonna have to deal with the fact that my schedule is gonna be way different from your all schedule. You guys like have day jobs still, I assume, and
I think mine. This is Sarah. I think mine's becoming a night job real quickly since my boss is hanging out at nighttime a lot too.
Yeah, but you're still gonna have like press conferences and shit. And Samantha, I'm really sorry that you're gonna be pulling double duty, but you're gonna have a day job and a night job sometimes.
Yeah.
But hopefully, ghoul stuff makes it so that you don't have to sleep as much. I don't know.
We're gonna find out. Oh, Mr. Abbott is so fucking annoying. It's fine.
I mean, luckily, you're gonna be able to take advantage of him. So.
You mean I get to take advantage of him more?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I was hoping that you were already taking advantage of him. That's one of the reasons why I picked you. So.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a very professional young businesswoman who's a little naive sometimes, but
aren't we all?
She kind of just drops that and starts walking with you.
Perfect. Yeah, and he'll like make small talk with them as they.
Do you get the impression that Sarah's kind of disappointed that she hasn't been taking advantage of Corey Brown this entire time? Just like, hold on, I could have got money.
Please tell me she's not an unpaid intern.
No. She's
thank God.
She's very well like compensated. Like Corey Brown's not an asshole.
If Corey was that type of person, I don't feel like we would have picked him, and this would have gone very differently.
It's just,
like,
Samantha's talking about free like business trips.
For sure.
And like, I need to go do this training down in Miami Beach, Florida for a week on a cruise.
I have to go to Cabo and buy these swimsuits on the government dime.
Yeah. You get the impression that there's almost like this financial domination thing between Eli Abbott, like just enjoys giving his money away to the pretty girl that's controlling his life. But the compensation is like she still has to take notes and shit and be a secretary.
I mean, yeah,
but other than that, Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, he'll like just make small talk with them as they go back to his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And he will let them in, and as
Oscar
they
is sitting on the
enter,
couch.
yep, Oscar is sitting on the couch. Oscar, Samantha and Sarah, Oscar. Don't mind him. He'll just be here.
It's
And
the
Oscar just kind of
disdain.
like
It's the
nods, like
apathetic disdain.
the nice to meet you, and he just kind of like.
He's also a ghoul. You don't have to rely on him though. It's fine.
He unfortunately exists.
He unfortunately exists. Why don't you just kill him? I don't understand that.
Because he's
still
useful.
useful.
He's useful. I can feed on him. And at some point, maybe I can unleash him. I don't know. He has oblivion powers. They are not going to have oblivion powers. So, okay. So now that we're here, and he'll kind of explain kindred, kind. Those are the words that we use. You all are ghouls. Basically, you are mini kindred, except not. Congrats, you'll never age.
But sunlight's
And
still fine.
sunlight. You guys get the best of both worlds. You get to be out in the sun, and you also get to not age. You will get hungry for my blood specifically. You're eventually not going to be able to tell me no whenever I ask you to do
wits
something.
awareness.
Okay, absolutely. Is fucking Oscar getting jealous? What a weirdo. And then, how hungry am I? I'm too hungry. That was 4 successes, but it was also 2 crit fails, so 0.
You get this slight impression on Sarah's face that kind of icks her out.
Oh, valid. I don't blame her.
That's what you get with no successes.
Fair. Yeah, eventually you won't be able to tell me no. But I'll do my best not to ask you guys to do stuff that you don't want to do or that you're not going to be good at.
And Samantha, but it's not a sex thing.
No, God, no.
Cool.
Nope, not a sex thing. I've only been a kindred for a year, 2 years now, so I'm still kind of new at this too. So I'm still figuring it out. There are other kindred in the city who have been kindred for much, 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 much longer. Like my
50
sire.
years?
Oh God, no! Like before New Orleans was New Orleans.
Oh.
Yeah. There's
And Sarah just goes, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So some of them will be more uptight. My recommendation is that when you are around other kindred, my coterie excluded, that you are very polite, don't speak unless spoken to, that sort of thing. My coterie, you can go tell them to fuck themselves.
Did you just hit him with the "don't speak until you're spoken to"?
Yeah.
My.
But weirdly, the
Oh,
fact
how the
curtains have tabled. Weirdly,
turns have tabled.
I feel like our particular group will respect them more if they do actually talk to us.
Exactly.
Correct.
And that's the thing is like he is very
Man.
much in a like I don't care what you guys do, but at the same time there will be other people that will tell you to not speak unless you're spoken to. So let me just get that out of the way before it comes with a death threat.
This is Sarah.
Go fuck yourself. Oh, all right, fair enough.
So
Yeah.
you said there's more of you. They're old.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question? I don't know if it's okay to like, hey,
Yes.
do you know Jimmy? You know, and for everyone at home, like this is a black woman. Like both are all Sarah, Jason, and Corey are African American.
Oh, okay.
And Sarah goes, because we get that sometimes. Like, do you know Sally? Do you know this person? So I don't mean to be rude, and I don't mean it to be a microaggression. Is there a vampire running a witch store?
First of all, I get it. Do you know my gay cousin happens?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I get it. Also, you will never believe this. She's the one that turned me into a vampire.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Okay.
Iris is the best.
Her name is Iris?
Her name is Iris. She's actually the best. And she is one of the people that I was talking about whenever I mentioned people who have been kindred for a very, 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 very long time.
Yeah, she's kind of an urban legend that we just kind of thought it was her.
I love that. Oh, God. She's gonna love that. I have to tell her, and she's gonna love that. Okay.
Hold on, let me call her right now.
I feel
Literally,
like these two girls
let me
just
pull it myself up.
accidentally guaranteed that Jace will now protect them with his life. It's like,
Absolutely.
they love Iris, now they are safe.
Yes.
Like-
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's also a small group of us. There are not many of these in New Orleans, but there is a small group of us that work together, the coterie. They will also, once they say yes to it, I'll get you their contact information so that if anything happens and you can't get in touch with me, you can get in touch with them. You all both, I chose you specifically because I figured that this would be good for you. You both are going to be able to have an ability to manipulate people. Mostly to make them forget. You're going to be able to ask somebody to do something, and unfortunately, you can't make them do it. Like I made you guys go into a room. But if somebody sees something that they shouldn't have, if you ask something that you shouldn't have and you realize it, you can make them forget. In fact, I don't know if it will work, but tell Oscar to forget your names.
And then, so Sarah has read the room a little bit. Samantha, not so much. No, Samantha, I don't mean to make her like seem dumb or anything, but she's very focused on her own
Of course.
thing. But
There's
Sarah,
a lot of stuff
Sarah's
happening.
perceptive, and has kind of picked up on the bodily expression of Oscar, and like he's not making eye contact with no one. And she picked up on something earlier, and she looks over and she goes, "Forget my name." And we're going to see, because it wouldn't work on you.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not entirely sure if it'll work on him, because
I'm gonna rule it, right, that there's a hierarchy of powers, right?
Yeah.
As long as you are on top, you don't get to have a role, or they don't get to have a role. So like, your mortals want to fuck over the regular kind, that's fine. Just like if I rolled that they punched, they're probably going to do structural damage to your skeleton if a ghoul punches a regular person. But I am going to give her a roll from ghoul to ghoul.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she got 3 successes, 1 being critical.
Hell yeah.
And Oscar just, okay. And then goes back to like looking at the floor.
Hey, Oscar.
Yes.
Do you know either of these girls' names?
That's Samantha. I'm sorry, I didn't catch her name.
It's
Okay,
Sarah.
Sarah. Sorry, I didn't catch her name. Now Sarah looks back to you with a big ass fucking smile on her face.
Hell yeah. Samantha, do you want to try, or do you just believe me? It can be fun if you
No,
want
I believe you. Is it just making them forget things?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it only things you say?
No, it's just like stuff. You can make somebody forget stuff.
Is that? I don't mean to be rude. It's fucking weird to hear. Is he a bad dude?
At one point, yeah. At one point, no. And then at one point, yeah. And now, no.
Oh, he's an ex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're both
She's
perceptive
gonna
in very
walk
different
over.
ways. I love it.
Well, she didn't really catch like the body posture. Just more of like, this is some dude that's just staring at the fucking floor. That's kind of weird. And then she's like, oh, is that? Oh, and she kind of picks up on like, oh, this is a get back your ex thing. What if I slapped him in the face? Would he forget that?
Matthew, double check this. Yes, his face will still hurt though. But he won't know why.
And Oscar kind of looks over, just not in even fear, just as roll me a wits awareness.
Okay.
As you look at Oscar's reaction to this.
Yeah.
I refuse to feel sorry for this piece of shit.
No.
I know, right?
He deserves everything that happened to him. Doesn't matter what his mindset is now.
Ooh, I hate this. When it's Oscar, nothing but good. When it's the girls, shitty rolls. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
You get a look of like he's disgusted that she would slap him. Not like fuck you bitch. Like why would you hit me? Not
Okay.
anger that you're going to hit me, just like that she would slap him.
Okay.
Like the thought of her slapping him made him sick to his stomach.
For racist reasons or
Okay.
misogyny reasons?
No, Samantha's white.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
Samantha's white.
Oscar's-
Okay, sorry. Yes. got it.
Oscar's
Okay.
Hispanic, right?
Oscar's,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Oscar's Latino.
I
Yeah.
panicked. I was like,
No.
kill him.
That's worse.
Yeah. He's dead now. I walk over, snaps. No,
Oh, yes! Kill the ghouls!
no.
You kill one of them, the other ones will stay in line forever, man. Like, this is why we need to eat one billionaire. Eat one
So
billionaire,
true.
the rest will fall in line.
So do you tell her that it's okay?
Yeah, absolutely. If she is looking to me for approval,
That's
I will
kind of
nod.
what it was. Like,
Yeah, I'll nod.
can we try
I'll
it?
nod that she can try it.
Okay, we're gonna.
And I'll just kind of stare Oscar down while it happens.
Okay, it's not 2 successes, but 2 9s. 2
Okay.
9s into 2.
Okay.
She hauls back with a force that she didn't know that she possessed, slaps him across the face, and while he like kind of rocks, she like moves in quicker than she would do as a human. That didn't fucking happen. Forget it. And now she's gonna roll. First roll.
As a note, I gave Sarah wits, but I was
Okay.
giving Samantha charisma.
Okay,
So she'll actually be better at this than Sarah will.
that's terrifying.
But
actually. Okay, oh, it was a bad roll until the end. Okay. And you see Oscar kind of move his head back and look up as she's walking away. And then the command effect of it kind of ceases. And you look at him very confused. And he looks over to you and smiles. Jace.
gross.
And he looks back down to the floor.
So,
He forgot.
congratulations. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Sarah goes, This is real. I really. Can we have an introduction to? You called her Iris sometimes.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be now, but it's like sometimes.
Absolutely. I
Samantha
mean,
goes,
it's gonna
Sounds
happen.
fun.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm over there a lot. I'm actually mostly at Le Save. We own a bar. So first of all,
You
we
own a
own
bar? Samantha goes, This is amazing.
We own a bar.
It's a fucking
and it's-
vampire bar in New Orleans.
And it's
throw
actually
really good
pretty
parties.
cool. We throw banger parties.
Which bar is it?
It's Le Save.
I've been there.
Yeah, that's us. That's us. So, I'm there a lot. I'm also at Iris's a lot. So inevitably you guys will also be there a lot. Occasionally also, I'm very sorry about this. I might ask, are either of you two religious, if of any sort? Not like Christian, but religious?
When Samantha goes,
You guys believe in something?
No, and Sarah goes, yeah, but I won't wear anything around you.
Oh,
I
no, I
don't
don't
have any
care about that.
crucifixes or anything.
I don't care about that. I mostly ask because, like, I only feed on religious people.
I've got some people for you.
And so, and I don't kill them most of the time.
I have less people for you.
But I might periodically have to ask you to let me have a snack. I expect the answer to be yes. It won't hurt. It might feel good. Oscar thinks it feels very good, but I think that's a weird Oscar thing. More than it is.
He kind of looks over and smiles. Like this weird, like, I don't know how to describe him, Oscar, at this point.
I know.
Right down the floor.
But other than that, you guys get to just continue being you. Yeah.
Okay. And Samantha goes, I just have one question. So, what do we need to do? Because I'm not religious, so not a snack pack. But what do you need this for?
For now, nothing.
Are we gonna have to like assassinate people?
No.
Is this a spy program? Are we spies?
You might be spies. But there is an organization that hunts kindred fairly regularly. The Second Inquisition. They're a religious group. And they are... Yes, they are... I mean, I can't, but... They are...
There's religious and there's two religious.
Yeah, they're around quite a bit. And they have recently come to New Orleans with the idea that they would take advantage of the homeless population to turn them into weird religious super soldiers. And my coteries, one of our things that we're doing right now, is trying to figure out a way to route them out.
And so, Sarah stands up. I fucking knew it. I knew they were up to something.
Yeah, all of the
yeah, because I told her last night that they were up to something, bitch.
Yeah, but there's a different vibe between the night you get found out vampires exist and the night after that, where you kind of come to terms of, oh, you mean like super soldiers?
Yeah.
Superpowers exist, and now I have them. Now they could just give them to others.
The soup kitchens are on the surface maybe good, but under the surface start being pretty bad pretty quick. So one of the reasons why we chose Corey, and also inevitably why we chose you and Jason, was his stance on the homeless and also his power of influence in being able to help us fix parts of it.
So we're blowing up the church.
If it was only that simple. And Eli and Samantha, I chose you because of your connection with Eli, to be honest. He seemed like he had a lot of money from the 5 seconds I interacted with him, and I figured it might be useful. So for now, you guys
I find it to be useful, so I agree.
So for now, you all can continue to go about your business as you want. But eventually there may be times when we ask you all to look into things that we can't during the day. Times that we ask you to watch things during the day. Times when we ask you to talk to people that might be able to figure out what we are.
I mean, we both kind of work in politics. We're really good liars.
Exactly. And Samantha, you're better at it now than you were 2 days ago.
Oh, I would never lie.
I know.
She's
But
gonna
if you
make
needed
a
to.
charisma. She's gonna make a charisma persuasion.
Okay.
I want you to roll a wits awareness.
You got it, man.
She doesn't lie the same way I don't lie. I've never said anything wrong in my entire life. Thank you.
It's 4 successes and 2 crit successes.
Okay. Funny enough, she didn't have as many dice as you, but she rolled
That's
better.
valid.
You get the impression that oh no, maybe she really can't lie. Oh fuck, and all the problems that might come from that, and then she kind of giggles.
Yeah. I think you will both fit in very well.
Okay. Is there anything else you need from us now?
No,
Okay.
I just wanted to kind of give you all the rundown of how everything works.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take Samantha to go meet Corey and Jason. And because I need another woman involved in this, or I'm going to lose my mind.
Fair. Reach out to me if you
Yes.
need anything or have any questions.
What, Pixie?
I was letting them finish their things, and then I had stuff. Yeah.
And they just both nod, and Samantha kind of gives Oscar like a shit-eating grin. And as she stands up to walk away, Sarah actually trips for a second. Roll me a wits awareness.
Weird. That's suspicious.
God damn it, these women continue to vex me.
Such is life, my friend.
Negative
Those
1
vexing
successes.
Okay.
You don't even escape it when you're gay. The women will continue to vex.
Yeah, that's not a defense.
Nope.
Wait, I'm missing 1 die. Hold on. Please hold.
I need that
Is
fucking
it
clip.
3 tens?
It was 0 successes instead of -1.
Oh, fair enough. She kind of like trips for a second, and Samantha kind of catches her. She looks down at her feet like, okay. I guess maybe I moved too fast. That's been happening today, but no drinking for me today.
I know that I didn't see what happened,
Mm-hmm.
but as soon as they are out of the door, I am going to turn to Oscar and cross my arms and scowl at him. Don't fucking do that.
And he looks to you with like a blank look on his face, and then kind of looks down like he disappointed you, like a kicked dog and then kind of looks down to the floor, back where his gaze was.
He'll just kind of and go over and make himself a pot of coffee to de-stress from Oscar.
There is a pot already ready for you.
I'm pouring it out and making another one.
Fair enough.
Correct response.
Is there anything anybody else want to do tonight? Oh,
that's what
Pixie,
I
yeah. Sorry.
During these couple of days, while the other ones are being summoned for one-on-one ghoul school, Siren does keep to her promise. She does not force or ask him to do anything. She never summons Corey. Knowing, I'm assuming that they will come tell him about the shit they went through, but she has not reached out to him once. She has not contacted. She just walked out and let it go. However, at Vegas as well, at her house, 2 things have happened. One of the knife fighting mannequins has been carefully dressed in the red Charlotte Jones dress she was wearing, as she has torn it all to fucking pieces with her knife training. And 2, she has turned a room in the house with a computer, with a laptop, with a whatever. She has turned a room, probably like a guest bedroom with like an actual bed, into a conspiracy room. essentially, with all the notes. She hasn't left the house. She hasn't gone out. She hasn't gone to the bar. She hasn't done anything but research politicians locally and on a larger scale who have unfair advantages and shadow power behind them, whether they are vampiric or not. She has compiled a goddamn list for Corey of, you want to know, you want to feel like you won on your own? I only leveled the playing field for you for this. These fuckers could still beat you. Like, she is finding the worst of the worst and the people behind the people on the opposing sides of all of his issues, basically.
Roll me a intelligence investigation.
Can I research? Because that's my thing. This is research.
Investigation first.
Okay.
And research into the hints that you got from investigation.
Got it. Intelligence, investigation. So just intelligence, because I don't have investigation. That's why I was going to do academics research. So, I'm not going to do great. 2 successes on 2 dice.
Okay.
What I got?
So the reason why it's intelligence research is whenever you look at government and who's the shadow powers that be, it's a lot to sift through. But you do get a name that strikes your interest. That seems like it's plausible without spilling into people's opinions from way over here or people's opinions from way over here. And who's controlling who, and where is this money really coming from? You find one name. Now roll me your research roll as you dig into this person.
Three successes.
Okay. You find out with 3 successes that there is a person running on where Corey seems to be in the middle, which is still pretty far left from the majority of the world. He has no friends really on the left or the right because he won't side with either one of them. One of the local Democrats running, you find, has old money backing him. And it doesn't seem to... It seems to be coming from a company that is just one of the oldest like incorporated businesses in the state of Louisiana, but there's not a lot of information on what they really do. But it's old money backing him. It's not the only donation, not the only people giving money to him, but it's certainly where a large majority of his money is going. Yeah. And he has been asked about it. He just says it's family business. And that is... So while you don't have a whole bunch of people, you do have a lot on one person. It has a pretty unfair financial benefit. Like, doesn't have to worry about rerunning and campaign costs and stuff like that. It's just there. Okay. So are you going to set up a time to give it to him, or are you just going to have it ready for when he wants to reach out?
I am, until it is time for me to re-up the dosage, or I have a specific chore in mind. He has her number. She made sure to give him... If he wants to
everybody's
up,
contacts.
He's welcome to. But she simply keeps an eye on... She's got updates of any news coverage from the event. She is just keeping an eye on all of that and just kind of researching what and where she can and taking notes on shit.
Local news talks about the ballroom and the charity going really, really well. That had a lot of the right people of New Orleans were present, and that a sanctuary was going to be completely funded and with upgrades available coming to New Orleans to really show that Louisiana, specifically New Orleans, still cares about Mother Nature. A lot of fluff news pieces about the sanctuary. Liz, did you give any check-in time with Jason?
Probably
guess-
checked in. I also definitely fed from him if
Yeah.
he's going to be okay with that because
Yeah.
he's cool. I've definitely fed from him because I have a very bad habit of staying right on 3, and I need to stop doing that.
Fair. Oh, also, when I get hungry, this happens. You like blush alive. You're like, I bleed from my hands.
I do not show him that. Absolutely not. That is weakness.
You weren't religious yesterday, but stigmata today.
Like modern day. Yeah, I have to ask him if he's religious first, because I can't eat from religious people.
No, he doesn't have any sincerely, deeply held religious beliefs. He thinks that there's probably some shit out there because he's been raised to believe that there are millions of things, millions of gods. Every culture's got their own god, and he was raised in New Orleans, so you have everybody believes something. There must be something there, but not like I'm this. He's not like that.
Feed from a few times, and I also going to work on his sense of the beast to show like these are ghouls, these are kindred, these are werewolves, these are other things.
You gonna try to show him a wolf?
I'm gonna explain to him what a wolf will feel like.
Okay. I was like, because
I'm
there
not gonna
are
go
some. I didn't know if you were gonna go hunting.
I'm
And
not
this
actively going werewolf
right
hunting
here,
this episode.
this right here is a werewolf. Crikey! Don't fuck with too close.
Listen, you see one of these, you just keep walking. You just don't keep walking, because they can take down 5 of me.
Yeah, you get the point across of the dangerousness of other things, and he's again kind of taken back by the fact that you're the most powerful thing that he's ever seen in his life, and there's things that can take you down
Yeah,
easily.
I am.
Fair. So is there anything else anybody wanted to do? Okay.
Slumber party.
Slumber party.
We haven't seen each other in a while.
Oh, and you're not. Siren is just barricaded herself. She'll answer text, but she is not coming out right now.
Is everybody okay with me giving the girls your contact information or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have
Siren's
done
offer
so.
to teach hand to hand or knife or whatever, at least to Sarah, is still on the table. So like
Sarah
absolutely.
is no way, shape, or form wanting to go back to Sirens unless she has to.
Love that.
You scared the shit out of her. You weren't I'm stalking like a predator, but you fucking Flash Gordon, or not Flash Gordon, the Flashed behind her, and she's got scared of that.
If they come to the bar, I will introduce them to Ryan.
Okay.
Because when you get a
Hi,
baby,
sisters.
you gotta let the dog smell the baby before you let him in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan's the dog in this situation?
Yes.
Yeah.
That tracks. I figured out of all the ghouls, the only real dog, and this is including Bud and Lou, is Oscar.
Fair.
No, just as far as like could rip a throat out and not. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And not like the actual dogs.
No, they're
They're
people.
better
Okay,
behaved.
they're people.
Yes.
They're very well behaved.
Well, I think that's where we're going to end tonight. I didn't have anything else planned.
I also go visit Rebecca Chase a few more times.
Okay.
That's all throughout the week.
Things progress as you would like them to progress with that, because she is on board. So if you have a direction, yes.
I do have something I want to do.
Okay, let's do it.
I want to see if I can see where Jimmy's gone to, because I know that he left. As far as I know, he left.
How would you like to find out this information? Oh.
Your mind now.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can tap into the Madness
We're all
Network.
making
Okay?
some choices.
We
don't know.
all understand that 11 o'clock is the cutoff time, but not if we start rolling some Alcavian shit. We're going to go where this goes.
This is
Okay.
gonna be
I'm
fast.
awake.
This is gonna be fast.
You
and
don't know that. You spent 15 years last time you dived in, so let's...
And now
Not in
you're
real
alone.
time.
Now you're alone. Not in real
Yeah.
time. That's fair. But now you're alone. So
Are you doing this while it is at your place, or are you going to do it on one of the nights that he is not crashing at your place?
There?
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You're checking in on your husband while your boyfriend's there. I was just asking where your mind was at on it.
Don't polish him.
Yeah, Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't say
first
that
of
at
all,
this table.
Mike,
You can't
watch
say
your
that at
tone.
this table.
Okay, that's fair.
Specifically,
It's about her.
you.
My boyfriend and my husband are playing RuneScape right now.
Hold
You
on,
are
hold
my
on.
boyfriend. My
Hold
husband's
on.
in the other
Boyfriend
room.
killed my
Like you
husband.
can't do
There are
that.
some people in that situation that are not polyamorous, all right? So fuck off. It's consensual polyamory or none of it.
Also, as far as I know, he left. I don't
did.
know that anyone was told to go get him.
No,
Yeah.
no.
So
You told him
I told him to leave. He didn't. As far as I know, he
he
listened to
didn't
the
get the
letter
hidden
and
message.
left.
Yeah. He didn't
Yeah.
get the hidden message.
Or he didn't.
Please
Didn't
don't.
care.
So let's see if we can tap in.
Let's see if we
I'm
can
in
tap that.
so much trouble.
Let's do. What are we gonna do? Stamina composure?
Listen, you've got two of us down as big secrets that will make us feel betrayed. You got to do something to Jace next. It's his turn.
Good luck.
Jace's thing has always been there. He hasn't known it. So roll me
Wait, what?
a stamina
Wait, what?
composure.
Okay, four successes.
Okay.
Even Jace doesn't know.
What?
What? As if your thoughts were stepping stones, take me from you to Jimmy, and I will tell you if you get there.
So I'm focusing on the song. On Champs-Élysées and writing the letter,
Okay.
putting that in the letter.
You follow the letter. And your mind tries to paint this image of him picking up the letter. You try to picture him opening the envelope. You try to picture him in the room, that's where he would get mail at. And you try to picture him in the courtyard, because if he's not in his room, he hasn't read it, and you're not getting that connection that you need to feel. And you find that thread as you try to work your way backwards from the letter to where the steps outside of the church. That's the last time that he and that letter would be in the same place. Now, you can try to push again, but it might be dangerous for you to push again if you fail.
Okay.
Okay. Stamina composure.
Four successes again.
This is my favorite game.
This time you focus on the music itself, and instead of going to the letter, you play that song in your head. But instead of trying to piece back to the letter you sent, you start on those steps, that last piece of connection that you had along the network that you passed the first time. And there's a break. There's like a breakaway in the connection. And it feels like a time skip. That your consciousness is being teleported somewhere else. When you hear Jimmy's voice, and it's coming from you, but you can't see anything. But you're just kind of humming, half singing the song. Roll me a wits awareness.
I don't know how to do this anymore. How do I? Sorry. Okay, 4 successes.
Your nose itches. And you go to just an itch on your nose is something you haven't felt in quite some time. But you know when you dip into the network, some of the senses that you find are not your own. It feels like there's something touching your nose, and you go to move it, and there's this pain in your shoulders. Your hand never moves to your face.
Because
And
I can't
then
move my hand.
you come out.
I'm gonna go to Id's room and knock on the door.
He you see it as he opens the doors. He's rolled the chair over there. He rolls it back to the desk.
Are you?
Hey, what's up?
Are you on? Right
No. What's up?
Can you come out here for a minute?
Yeah, of course. He takes off his headphones and walks towards you.
Just gonna grab his hands and hold him and just look at him for a minute.
He takes yours and looks at you.
Do you know where James is?
Now, the last thing that you told him was that you were going to send him a letter telling him to leave.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Well, since we all know the answer, let's see how well he tells you the answer.
In snitches and stitches, and I will make still
Excuse me, ma'am. I don't want to hear it.
Okay,
After that,
roll
after
me-
that show you did over at Quebec, shut the fuck up.
Roll me a wits awareness. And we'll tell you what you believe.
And I will tell you what you believe.
I will tell you what impression you get. You believe what you want.
Okay, so that's 3 successes.
Okay. He looks at you and goes, if he knows what's good for him, he'll leave the city. Just like you told him to.
He can't. He's somewhere. And he can't move.
What do you mean?
He's somewhere. And he's tied down. Someone...
Do you think it's the church?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck. If it's the church, they're gonna... Maybe he said something. Maybe he said something about you. Maybe you really are. Alright. I can see what I can find out. Are you okay? Did it just come to you, or did you... I don't...
Just tell me.
As soon as I know something, I'll let you know.
But you didn't do anything.
No.
Okay. Okay. Hey. And she'll give him a big hug.
And he hugs you back. Now, since you as the player knows that he's lying,
Yeah.
he rolled 3 successes and a critical success. So you
Now, how
saw
did-
nothing in his face or what he said.
No.
That would now whether or not Jem inherently believes shit he says.
Yeah. Why would he lie to me?
Yeah, why would he lie to you?
This is gonna be so much
Iris
fun.
would never.
Iris. We should
That's
have all
not
made
fucking
Iris.
true. That's not
yeah.
fucking
Can we get that on a
true.
t-shirt? Iris would never.
Don't you act like Iris would not lie. She would absolutely lie.
Not to hurt you.
Not to her.
I don't think so.
It isn't lying to hurt Jem.
He is lying simply
It
not
better-
to hurt Jim.
Yeah, he's
Not
lying
be-
to protect
This better not
Jem.
be. This better not be. We're just setting this up so I can make her just break perfectly.
Like, could you imagine? Turns
Oh,
out it is the villain all along, not ego.
So,
Oh yeah, we had to check in on that, don't we?
no one's checked in on ego. It would update you if there's something drastic, but you guys haven't investigated.
Would
I
he?
will-
I
I will-
don't know that anymore.
Yeah, because
We
I,
get the
I actually
impersonate
wanted.
one.
I want to talk to it next. I want to talk to Ego next week.
Okay, we can do
That's
that.
that's on my list.
So, Jace,
What's
a few
good?
days after your meeting with Sarah.
Oh,
and
so now
Samantha,
we're just no longer ending at 11.
I wanted.
Like,
And we gotta end on something because we skipped forward a few days.
Mhm.
Sarah knocks on your door.
Absolutely, yeah. Open it up.
Peels her.
I don't peep out the peephole.
Okay, we open
I
the
am
door and surprise, it's Sarah
Yeah.
there.
I am safe in my neighborhood. All these bitches are kind.
I want you to help me with something.
Sure, what's up?
She's got like a manila envelope. So these are kind of like family heirlooms, but I want to share.
Okay.
And she pulls out photographs and painting, like an old, like photographs of paintings and photographs, like old school photographs. And a couple journal entries of Auntie Ira. And it's all very, very clearly a woman that looks very similar to Iris.
Oh. Absolutely. Here, you know what? I did not have anything else on my agenda for tonight. We're going to the shop. Come on, let's go to the shop.
I like
And
it.
I'll text Samantha too and be like, hey, did you want to meet Iris? We're going to the shop. If you wanted to meet Iris tonight, meet us there in 10 minutes.
Okay. So we'll see what happens next week.
Hell
We have two really good conversations
That's so
to do
cute.
next week. So yeah. You guys will want to come back next week. I promise you that. So stay tuned next week. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you to my cast. You guys were all lovely and amazing. And we will see you next week. We're going to send you off to Perception Studio.
they're playing Die, the RPG, which we
Ooh.
love.
What a
Ooh,
fun RPG.
I like it. And we will see you guys next week.